and gentlemen, welcome to another video today. Today, I'm doing a very special video. Today is the racism episode, and this is something near and dear to my heart. And with everything that's happening in the world right now, I really wanted to do this sort of Blackout Tuesday episode because it's what I'm seeing happening right now in the world is so it's hurtful. um and I get it. Like a lot of people may not understand what is happening with regards to racism. I mean, I personally have never seen anyone's color, anyone's skin. I've never judged anyone based on their skin color, where they're from, their religion, etc. But I'm Arab, I'm colored, and I travel a lot. And so I've experienced my fair share of racism, and I see it a lot in the world. Now, having traveled so much and having been everywhere, for me, there is no color. There are good and bad people. Every single country I've ever been to, I've seen good and bad in everyone. However, I do know that a lot of my friends, a lot of people around the world have haven't had to experience being judged because of your color, because of your religion, because of your ethnicity. And I wanted to record this video because I kind of get what's happening right now. You know, I've played the game of trying to fit into people's world. I mean, I talk about unconscious communication because I've had to try so hard in my life to fit in to so many people's lives. And so I understand. I see the biases everywhere. Now, even in my corporate life, sometimes I know people that aren't racist, that are not racist. They would never consider themselves racist, but at the same time, there is always a bias for people of their own country, of their own ethnicity. And sometimes you don't. So we, like in my corporate life, I've tried so hard to fit in as well. And so I get this whole issue that's happening. These whole debates that are happening around racism and what that means for people. I know. I mean, just I've traveled, and I remember so vividly when I first moved to the UK, and just fresh out of school, and going to university, and I was out somewhere playing with just playing in a park with a friend or something, and out of nowhere, just someone running up and just saying, "Listen, hey, Sinbad, like, go back to your country." Now, how had I experienced it much after that or in between that? No, I didn't. But it's happened so many times. Like I even joke a lot about it. I mean, look, I'm Arab. I traveled to the US. Like the number of times I've been randomly selected, like no one gets that lucky in terms of being randomly selected so many times in an airport, right? And a lot of it, I wish sometimes people insult your intelligence by telling you, it's random selection. But I haven't experienced what the fear that sometimes goes with racism. I think I've been quite fortunate in my life, to see what's happening, the riots and everything. And I can understand, because to a certain degree, because for some people, they don't just experience the racism, but they also experience the fear of being targeted. And I saw this video just yesterday, I think it's with Trevor Noah, and he explains what his thoughts are on why a lot of this is happening. And the fact that there's a social contract, but when one party doesn't uphold that contract, then why should the other party uphold the contract? I mean, do check it out. I'm not gonna steal his words, and I'm not gonna talk about whether I think the riots are right or wrong. But I wanted to raise awareness, because it is yes, it's a trending topic, but it's a topic that is near and dear to my heart. So many people don't realize that it does exist, and there are levels. There are loads of levels of how racism exists, and like I said, sometimes it's just a bias. Sometimes it's just a bias towards the same people that you from your country in a corporate environment. Sometimes it's just a bias for helping someone out or protecting someone, or etc. Whereas I'd love my children to grow up in a world where color is not an issue, where you're from is not an issue. And a lot of what I do in bringing people together is around that. I'm very passionate about having people connect with others. I do travel because a lot of the time when I travel, I love more than anything to break people's stereotypes. Even if I have to go to places and break stereotypes by having others that have really bad impressions of us like to meet me and I break their stereotypes. I've always said this to people. I love that, because I'm just doing a tiny bit to ensure that my children grow up in a world where there is no bias, there is no color, there is no one looking at who you are, where you're from, and a whole bunch of things like that. So today I wanted to come on and not talk about the stuff that I usually talk about. I wanted to come on and just share my thoughts, to pay respect to this topic. I don't have anything major to say. I just do want to raise awareness, because I want people to know that it does exist. My circles, you'll never see it, because I have such a wide variety of friends, but I still experience it every once in a while. And I want people not to experience that. I want people to go through life. Rima, I am brown. Yes. Yeah, me too, Rima. I prefer to say chocolate. I'm chocolate. People like chocolate. And I make a lot of jokes using my color, the color of my skin, because I like to break down those barriers, but I wish there weren't barriers to break down. I wish that people wouldn't see barriers. I wish that I wouldn't have to make jokes. I mean, although I like making the jokes, but it's a reality that sometimes the jokes have come across as a coping mechanism, as a way to disarm people, as a way to break down any bad thoughts that anybody might have and just be able to connect with people straight away. So Monisha is asking, why can't I see you? I can hear you though. So Monisha, today I'm doing a blackout episode. I'm So in respect with everything that's happening, I'm doing something called a blackout Tuesday, where I'm just blacking out my screen. So today I'm talking, but I'm not showing my screen. Every other day I do. But thanks for coming on. And my wife has come in and said, "My chocolate bear." Thank you. Thank you. Lovely support. All right. Well, if you watch this, thank you for tuning in, watching. I truly appreciate all of you. Love all of you. And I love who you are, no matter who you are and no matter where you're from. I am loving of everyone. And I thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a great day. This was my tribute to this Blackout Tuesday, George Floyd, and just to fight racism all over the world. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. One love, lots of respect. Rima, you know what? I like that. I'm gonna just quickly, let's post that from Rima saying love, spread it everywhere. All right. Cool. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Lots of love. Hope to catch you on another episode real soon, and we will talk about more influence and persuasion. Lots of love, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace out.